What a beautiful day. Man, I ain't seen a day like this in Tennessee. This beautiful. In a minute, folks. Good morning to you. Coach Burt, 7:22. 7:22 on Thursday morning. Alfredo, good morning to you. If you're joining me, say good morning. How's it going, Coach? Sardinia, good morning to you. Brian White, my Florida bandit. Amanda Beaner, great to see you yesterday. Great to see you. Thomas C. Davidson, put some numbers on the board today, aren't you? All right, good morning to you. My name's Coach Burt. I believe everybody needs a coach. I believe a good coach can change your life. Just got my family off to school. Thought I'd take a little walk out in the subdivision. I used to do these talks all the time. Conversations with Coach Noel in my subdivision. People always loved it. Got some killer houses in my subdivision. But good morning. I got a message for you. I'm being coached right now by a gentleman, Dre. And yes, I get coaching just like I tell you guys to get coaching. I'm being coached by a guy right now that has all of the rights to Mandino's work. Mandino wrote The Greatest Salesman in the World. He wrote that book in less than 24 hours, by the way. He was frustrated. He was an alcoholic. He was not going anywhere with his life. And man, switch flipped in him. Boom. He sat down literally and wrote the 10 scrolls of The Greatest Salesman in the World in 24 hours, folks. That's how fast something can happen when you take your life serious. So I've been working through some of Mandino's work to be coached by this person. And I'm reading a book on equanimity right now. Equanimity is peace. If you wake up in the morning every morning and you worry about money, you worry about your business, you worry about your family, you worry about life, you do not have this equanimity. You have stress and anxiety. That anxiety releases cortisol in the body, jolts of energy in the body that really saps all of your energy. And I could go much deeper than that, but I won't. But at the end of the day, I want to wake up with peace. And for years, no matter how good my business was doing, man, I woke up with anxiety. And just pure anxiety. Like, I got to get somewhere. I got to do something. I got to push harder. It's like I had steam in the engine, and I don't know where the steam's coming from, man. And it's like a locomotive that just keeps going. So for years, I've been looking for this equanimity. I didn't know what to call it, really, other than peace of mind. I've been looking for this equanimity. And so it's interesting that I was looking for it, and then this guy shows up in my life and is actually coaching me on it. But one of the things, as I'm reading this book on equanimity, which is peace, it talks about failure will no longer be my payment for struggle. Failure will no longer be my payment for struggle. I'm doing a 2-day boot camp today and tomorrow with insurance people, and I'm going to focus almost all of my time on just the constraints that people have that keep them from being successful, keep them from getting to their goals, keep them from growing their business, keep them from being happy. And because until we recognize what is the anxiety, what is the stress, right? Failure will no longer be my payment for struggle. See, some of you struggle and struggle and struggle and struggle, and you just can't quite figure it out, and you struggle some more. Life is so hard. And I really, after 45 years of living, don't think it's always set up to be like that. I think sometimes we create these constraints. They're mental constraints. They're mental limitations. They're skill constraints. They're something, man, that's keeping you, right? There's something that is keeping you from taking this thing to the next level. And that is frustrating. So you got to make up your mind. Failure will no longer be my payment for struggle, right? Success is going to be my payment for struggle. Abundance is going to be my payment for struggle. Winning is going to be my payment for struggling. But first, we've got to first make up our mind. Why are we even struggling, right? So I had to make up my mind. So a couple of simple little things. The book is called Equanimity. equanimity. And it's mastering something of entrepreneurism. And I think it's Mandino. But it's really a state of mind, man. Equanimity is, man, I want to wake up without stress, without anxiety. And a lot of it has to do with your personality style. High D's wake up angry. They're frustrated. They're trying to get somewhere. They're never satisfied. They're always agitated by something, right? They focus on even one negative if there's 100 positives. So I'm convinced that a lot of it has to do with how you're hardwired. That's who you are. And you got to recognize who you are. But then there's these small things you can do in the morning. Like one of the first things I did once I got up and got my vitamins many times is check my email. Well, check your email, man. There's always some bad news in an email. There's always somebody that wants to quit, somebody that wants to cancel, somebody that owes you money that don't want to pay it, somebody that is acting like a bozo, somebody's complaining about something. So this guy taught me just a few strategies every morning to make sure my mornings start off right, because he said, man, your morning should be the most glorious time of the day. Your brain is rested, you're fresh, you got ideas. It should not be a time of stress and anxiety like it is for so many millions of people, man. It should be a day to get up and have great minds, visualize what you're going to do that day, and man, go get it, like in a relaxed state, not in a anxiety state. So if I'm talking to you this morning, my big lesson for you is, man, I don't want failure to be your payment for struggle anymore. I gotta go to work on these constraints, not only in you, in me, in everybody. And sometimes it's something you don't like. Sometimes it's something that's a constant negative or problem that happens over and over and over, and you just can't seem to solve that problem. It is a recurring, I won't even call it a neglected problem. It's basically a problem you know exists, you just don't want to deal with it. And you don't want to deal with it because of the emotional tax on you to deal with it is greater than the agitation that you have. So you just live with it and typically bitch about it. You live with it and bitch about it to people. You don't actually do anything about it, which creates more stress and anxiety. So if your life has been hard, if you can't seem to get ahead, if you can't seem to financially grow, if you're in constant state of worry and anxiety, then man, I think you really need to start looking at the constraining factors in your life and ask yourself, why? Why do I have this tension and stress? How can I change it? What is keeping me from going to that level? I think it's 4 things: knowledge, skill, desire, or confidence. Something. Body, mind, heart, or spirit. It's a belief you have. It's a confidence you lack. For many people, man, it's skill. You don't have the skills you need to get to the next level financially. You can't sell, you can't close, you can't open, you can't follow up. For some reason, man, there's a gap between you knowing what you need to do and you actually doing it. So I'm here to encourage you this morning. Not discourage you, folks. I'm here to encourage you. I believe everybody needs a good coach in life. I believe a good coach can change your life. So I'm going to spend 2 days with these insurance folks. Then I'm going to spend days with the kids on Saturday at Success School. We still got time to get your kids in Success School, by the way. Had a little baseball team sign up last night, 8 kids. So we're probably gonna have 40 or 50 kids. I got insurance folks at the lodge for the next 2 days. Me and Cody Askins are gonna be at the lodge next week teaching people how to make $500,000 in a event. So still time to get involved with me this year, folks. We ain't finished. And we ain't finished until we get this thing across the finish line. So let's have a great day. Hey, I'm Coach Micheal Burt, and I want to say a special thank you for committing, for making a decision to join 4Part Financial. We believe in growing the whole person, the body, the mind, the heart, the spirit. We're going to give you access to some of the best training in the world. We're going to grow your knowledge, your skills, your desire, your confidence. We believe in structures of exchange, putting you in the rooms with the best people in the world. So I want to thank you for making that decision. That word means to kill something off, to go pro in your career and take it to the next level.